What is up, YouTube? It's Inez. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a review of the books that I read in 2022. 2022 was the year to get back into it, get back into reading, get back into educating myself. As you guys know, I got my real estate license, so I think that really sparked my reading bug, and I picked up some books, got a Barnes & Noble membership, and I have not stopped since then. I ended up reading 10 books in 2022. My goal for 2023 is to read another 10, if not more. I have ranked all of them, written down my likes, dislikes, and recommendations. I'm going to give you a brief description of each book and give you my rating out of 10. So if you're interested, keep watching. Grab a cup of tea and get cozy because this is going to be quite a bit of information, but I'm going to try to run through it as quickly as possible. But I've already written down my notes, so let's get right into the video. Alright, without further ado, I'm just gonna hop into my number one book of 2022. This book really changed my perspective on work, and I would highly recommend it for anybody who is in a management position, who's got a high volume of emails, of requests, customer service position, administrative position, project management, anybody who's got a lot going on at work. Any type of stress that you've got at work will be solved with this book. Okay, so this book right here is called Success Under Stress, and it is by Sharon Melnick. She is a PhD author. The front of the book says, "Powerful tools for staying calm, confident, and productive when the pressure is on." Y'all, this book right here, oh my gosh, I don't want to give too much away, but pick it up. It was only $17. I got this at Barnes & Noble. What I loved about this book was that it was so relatable to my everyday life. It gives really relatable scenarios and how you can handle them when you're under stress at work. So I love this book. I rated it a 10 out of 10. My only dislike was that I needed a part 2. Like, I need more. I ate this book up. I read it so fast. Highly recommend Success Under Stress, my number one book for 2022. Okay, my second favorite book of 2022 was The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I found this book just browsing through Barnes & Noble. I've seen so many people talk about this book, of course, on TikTok, Instagram. Over 2 million copies sold. It's written by Taylor Jenkins Reid, New York Times bestseller. So I was like, okay, I want to pick this up, but I don't want it to be like those little kids romantic novels. Like, I hope it's good, and it was really good. They say it was based on a popular movie star from the 50s. Not 100% sure, but really great story. My favorite part about this book was that it was definitely unexpected. The way the story ended was like, oh wow, okay. I liked the way the book was written. I liked the perspective of the writer, and I liked the old Hollywood stuff that they talked about. I thought that was really interesting because I feel like a lot of it is probably true. A lot of the gossip and rumors about how people kind of go into these marriages in Hollywood, I was like, oh, okay, I wonder if, you know, so-and-so is doing that, you know? So my overall ranking was a 9.5 out of 10. My dislike was pretty much nothing. I mean, I could say that it was an easy read. Maybe it could have been a little bit more challenging, but other than that, great book. Really liked it. All right, my third book is The 5 Love Languages: The Secret to Love That Lasts by Gary Chapman. We all know about this book. Everybody probably knows what the 5 love languages are, but I knew what the 5 love languages were, but I actually never read the book. So I was like, okay, even though I know what the 5 love languages are, I kind of have a good idea of what my love language is. I want to read the book just to make sure that I'm not missing nothing. And I will definitely say there's some really good stuff in here, even if you already have an idea of how to, you know, speak your partner's love language. There's some really good tips, great interviews from couples. My favorite part about this book were just how many gems Gary Chapman dropped about being married, couples, and it really helps to change your perspective on love languages. Like, there might be something that your partner does that gets on your last nerve, but when you read this book, you might realize why, and it's probably because that's their love language. They're trying to get you to speak in their love language, and I thought this was super helpful. Even though I've already been married for 5 years, I feel like this definitely helped with my marriage, and there's always room for improvement. So love that. I ranked this book an 8 out of 10. The only dislike I had about this book was that the advice was very religious based at times. You know, it's about God. So if you are not into that, this might not be the best book for you, but I don't think that it took away from the overall message. But if you're an atheist, you probably won't want to read this. You probably won't want to read this book. But if you believe in God, no matter what religion you are, I think that it's relatable. So I like this book a lot. I gave it an 8 out of 10. All right, you guys, so my number 4 and 5 books are a combination of the two, y'all. Y'all already know. Okay, Colleen Hoover, that's my girl. That's pretty much everybody's girl on TikTok, Instagram. Everybody has probably seen these two books together. So it starts off with, it ends with us actually, and the last book is It Starts With Us. So I've read both books. I thought they both were great. They were super cute love stories, very easy reads. I pretty much breezed through all of them. Great introduction to, you know, me getting back into reading. Colleen had me pretty much rooting for the characters. I was like, you go girl. You know, the only dislike I had about these two books were that this is definitely young adult fiction, okay? Very much young adult fiction, very much giving 18, 19, 22, 23. And I, although may look that age, I am not that age, and it wasn't as relatable to me at this stage in my life, but it was very interesting. It was cute, you know, it was a nice little cute love story. I cried a couple times, so I would recommend, if you're just looking for something that's innocent and cute and something to, you know, pass time while you're on the plane, pick it up. Why not? There were just a couple moments in the books where I was like, you know, this is giving very high school, but other than that, I thought it was a great read. Super, super easy. You know, there were no words in the book that I couldn't understand or had to look up. So it was very, you know, young adult fiction, but it was cute. So I gave these books an 8 out of 10. Colleen Hoover, she's a great writer, and I have another one of her books as well. Okay, number 6 was, again, Colleen Hoover, Ugly Love. This was another love story, super cute, had some twists and turns. I like the story because it kind of reminded me of like my childhood, college years. It was cute. And my only dislike was, again, the same as above, the same as the other Colleen Hoover books. This is very, very young adult, you know, 15, 16. It's cute, but not, you know, as relatable to someone who is in their upper 20s, upper 30s. I mean, maybe some people really, really like this category of writing, but me, I need something a little bit more intelligent, you know, a little bit up a notch, you know, up a notch. So other than that, I thought it was great, super cute. Okay, book number 7 is You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness and Start Living an Awesome Life. I actually have read this book before. This was my second time reading it, and I spent a lot of time at the pool this summer, so I, you know, pretty much read this in between my swims and leisure and lounging, and it's a good book. It's a how-to guide, you know, self-help type book, and I thought it was great. The only complaints that I had was that there's a lot of sarcasm in this book. There is a lot of satire, and it wasn't as engaging, which is the reason why I gave it a lower ranking as the other books. Like, I get bored easily, so this was not the most engaging book for me. I would consider this a entry-level self-help book, something that is very easy to read, very basic. It talks a lot about manifestation, about your words, and these are things that I already know, but if that's something that you're interested in, definitely pick this up. You know, it can't hurt. Like, it's one of those books that's like, if you read it, it's nothing bad is gonna happen to you. Like, it's not gonna, you know, it can't hurt to pick up another self-help book, so why not? I gave this one a 7 out of 10 just because it wasn't as engaging as some of the other books that I've read. All right, so number 8 is Atomic Habits. This book right here is by James Clear. It's about tiny changes that create remarkable results, an easy and proven way to build good habits and break bad ones. I know pretty much everybody has seen this book. This is also one of the very popular books at Barnes & Noble. One of my likes about this book was that I don't think I've ever seen a book about this concept. It basically breaks down how to change small habits within your day and how that can help you improve over time. Now, one of my dislikes about this book is that I thought that it was a very simple concept, even though it's like something that a lot of people don't talk about. It's very simple. And for me, I have a lot of self-discipline. I have a lot of self-control, so I can change my habits easily. But for someone that doesn't have a lot of discipline and doesn't really know where to start when it comes to creating better habits and doing self-improvement and self-help, like I've already been reading self-help books and stuff, so you know, this is a really good starter book. Some people want to make better habits. They want to eat healthier, they want to go to the gym, and they just don't know how. So this could be for you. Now for me, it was very entry level, very basic, so that's why I ranked it a number 8, and my overall rating was a 6 out of 10, but could be for you. So I would say read the cover, try it out. Why not? It can't hurt, you know, why not? So all right, y'all, we're almost done. Number 9 is another Jen Sincero book. This is You Are a Badass at Making Money, Master the Mindset of Wealth by Jen Sincero. This was very similar to the other book that she has, except it was about finances. It was about, you know, your mindset, overall wealth. I liked that it talked about positive thinking. It talked about manifestation. Mindset is very important when it comes to getting things done, habits, daily habits, wealth, all those good things. It's very much about your mindset. I read actually in Success Under Stress that one of the things that really changed me was that it said, you know, stress is something that you create. Like, you don't have to be stressed, you know? You don't have to be stressed. And when I realized that, it allowed me to let go of a lot of things that were stressing me out, and I changed my mindset, and it really helped. So I'm not gonna lie, I did not actually finish this book. This was one of the books that I just picked up while walking through Barnes & Noble. I'm like, okay, it's another Jen Sincero book. I kind of know her style. I picked it up, and I'm not gonna lie, the reason why I didn't finish this book is because I felt like it was really corny. There was a lot of jokes in there that just weren't my style, not my type of humor. She took it to another level. I think the You Are a Badass book definitely took off because it had a lot of satire, a lot of jokes, and this one was that kind of on the next level, and I was like, ooh, this is kind of corny. Like, it's not really for me. As much as I've heard about making money and manifestation, she didn't really say anything that I didn't know about, so I kind of put the book down like halfway through it and never picked it back up. Oh, not even halfway. Let's see. I was at page 54 and put the book down and was just like, ooh, it's not really for me. So I gave it a 6.5 out of 10. All right, and the last worst book that I read in 2022 was Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. I wanted to love this book so bad. Actually, one of the girls at Barnes & Noble recommended this book to me. I just thought it was cute. It was very much young adult novel. It did have better writing than Colleen Hoover. I thought the writing was a little bit wittier, but I just couldn't finish it. I was just bored. I was so bored. I made it to page 209 out of like 600, and I was just like, this is so boring. So maybe one day I will finish it, but didn't finish it. These are the only 2 books that I didn't finish. All the other ones I have read all the way through. So now I kind of know, I have a better sense of what I like, what my likes and dislikes are. I will say I've been getting into this Stephen King book called Fairy Tale. It is so good. And I think for me as a reader, I like to be challenged. I like to be forced to kind of slow down and digest what's going on in the book. I like to see different writing styles. I like mystery. I like to be surprised. I like, you know, these love stories, you know what's gonna happen. The girl's gonna get the guy at the end, okay? But when it comes to like mystery, fairy tales, stuff like that, those open up my imagination. So in 2023, I'll definitely be reading a lot more advanced. So look out for my next book review 2023. So excited to see what this year brings. I hope you guys had an amazing new year. Comment down below if there are any books that you might recommend kind of in this genre. And I will see you guys in my next YouTube video. Peace.